Hello, welcome back to another episode of Musings podcast. I'm your host, Dongo Mildred, and I'm so happy that you've joined me on another episode. This is episode 30, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for everybody who has been here so far, who've been listening to me every week, who has been coming like on Wednesday and on Saturday and listening to support me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Mbarikiwe sana sana sana. On today's episode, I want to talk about something I saw online a while back. Things that men do that give women the ick. Like, what did a man do to you that made you or that gave you the ick? So for those who do not know, the ick is like something that somebody does. It can be a man or a woman. They do while you're dating and you saw it and you are like, yeah, no, I can't date this guy. It's not necessarily red flags. An ick can be different from a red flag. So an ick can be something that for you as an individual, you don't like it, but somebody else wouldn't mind it so much. Yeah, it can be just somebody's personality that somebody else might like, but you mwenyewe you didn't like. But then when I go to research this thing, whoa, the things I saw, these ones were red flags and they were icks plus red flags. And I was like, hey, women have suffered. If you remember the other topic of like the bar was so low, like if you thought that was crazy, hey, this one is crazier. But the difference is with the bar was so low, these women stayed. But with the things that give you an ick, these women were like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to see that and continue staying with you, man. So they walked away. I tried to research if there were any from men, but what the men were saying were things that I'm like, you're just being misogynistic for most parts. I know maybe I'm being unfair, but I'll try. I'll try and do a research for the men's side and see if there'll be enough to make a 15 minutes episode, because the ones I saw were just stupid. Like somebody running with a backpack on their, like, why on their back? How is that an ick? As I said, an ick is not like a red flag. It's just something that somebody hates with the other person that they're dating. But yeah, the things I saw were like not so interesting. But I'll try. Maybe for the next episode, I'll do one for the men, like things women do that give men the ick. So this one is things that men do that give women the ick. And you're going to go straight to the first one. So, number one, he ate his boogers. Imagine just him putting his finger up, right up inside his nose, removing that booger and eating it. Ew. Ew. Ugh. He mansplained the phases of period. Like a man telling you about your period and explaining it. And I saw a couple of these ones where men were talking about periods. Like, you'll hear some more. But yeah, he was explaining to her about periods, and she experiences them and he doesn't. So she was looking at him and wondering, like, what's your problem? What are you actually telling me? What are you trying to teach me that you think I do not know about me and something I've experienced for a couple of years that you have never experienced? His mom still clipped his toenails. Like, imagine your man telling you, wacha niende kwa mamangu akanikate makucha. He was mean to a restaurant worker. This one I can't stand. For those who do not know, I've worked as a waitress. I went to Utali College. And after Utali, I worked as a waitress in a couple of establishments until I was like, yeah, it wasn't meant for me. One, I'm an introvert. That smiling thing just for fun, I don't do it. And I don't know. It used to take so much of me, and by the time I was done with the shift, I would be so exhausted from the job itself and from trying to be so nice to people, and especially people who aren't even appreciating it. So I know how tough it is to be working in a restaurant, especially the waiters, and then to meet a man that you're dating and is mean to them. insulting them down. Hey, yo, no. Actually, I think I would pay my bill and walk out immediately. I wouldn't talk to that person and block his number whilst I'm leaving. I will never talk to him again. Her dad died, and he told her he could feel the role. Like, I can be your daddy, baby girl. Don't worry. Like, seriously. Who who thinks like that? Honestly. And it's not like if it was in any other situation, like, I can be your daddy, baby girl, I'll be like, okay, daddy. Okay, daddy. But my dad just died, and you're telling me that you can feel the role. Like, honestly. He had terrible breath. These ones, I saw a couple of them. Terrible breath, terrible overall hygiene, like not changing their sheets, not changing their socks, not changing their underwear, having poop stain on their underwear, and all of these things. A lot of them were for hygiene, like a lot of them were about hygiene, and I was agreeing with every woman that was complaining about that because I couldn't stand it. If you had I don't know which episode it was that I talked about. Was it about the bar being so low? Why I spoke about this guy that kissed me and his breath was terrible, and he told me that guys like him don't have to brush their teeth. So one of these ones about the breath, somebody said that she asked him after a date while they were at her place to brush his teeth, and he was like, no, I'm good. It's just going to get dirty again, so why brush it? Hey, why? Women go through it. I couldn't stand that. He bought himself a gift on her birthday with money she'd given him because he was broke. She gave him money to go and buy a gift for her. Instead, he bought a gift for himself. And I was like, happy your birthday to me. Hey, what man? He called his mom mid-date to ask for money to pay for the date. I'm like, yo, at least he tried. Kulikula ko 50-50. And on the same note, somebody else said he asked us to pay 50-50 on the date. And somebody else said that he asked her out on a date. And then while they were there after eating, he was like, so pay. He asked her out on a date, then asked her to pay for the meal they had just eaten. So if you ask me, I know it's wrong. I will never date him again. Understand this. But at least he called somebody to help with the paying. Because hii ya 50-50 ama tu mtu kupindukia na kuambia pay. Okay. So, another one said he started crying because she didn't let him go through her phone on the first date. Wait. I'm okay with men crying, okay? I don't mind a man crying, but they should be crying for something real. Like if you're crying because you're in pain, if you're crying because you've lost a loved one, if you're crying because emotionally you feel drained and there's all these things happening, I will get it. I will console you. But crying because sijakupatia simu yangu on a first date, are you crazy? I will stand up and walk out. Like, what? What actually are you doing? Why are you crying? This is the moment I will ask him, like, why are you crying? Unalia juya? Or I will tell him, continue crying and I'll give you a reason to cry. Like how mothers used to threaten us when you were young. Like, endelea kulia nitakupatia sababu ya kulia. Because what is this? He said, I've been a bad, bad boy whenever she confronted him for cheating. Nikupate ukicheat and then you go like, oh, sorry, I've been such a bad, bad boy. I don't know. I don't know what I will do to you because that's crazy. He asked her questions about her periods, and after she answered, he said she was lying. Again, you're questioning me about something I've been experiencing for years. You've never experienced it, but then when I tell you about it, you tell me that I'm lying. Mr. Man, bye. He sang Sorry by Justin Bieber after she caught him cheating. That's how he was apologizing. Hey, hey, man. He told her that his anger issues stemmed from being the only child his mom didn't breastfeed. Listen, I understand a part of this could be true because, yo, there's some anger that comes when you realize that your mom didn't care enough. But as an adult, you can't still be okay. And I know what I said from the previous episode, but from a couple of episodes back, but kuna vitu zingine, it's a no. But anyway, I don't know. That one I don't want to judge. I don't know much about it to judge, but I'd also walk away because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because maybe it's true. That's how he really feels. But then on the other hand, I'm also like, from the time you're breastfed to now, come on. So the judgmental side of me says that, but the other one is like, I don't know enough about the subject to judge because he could be telling the truth. So yeah. He peed in her sink. Imagine just finding a man that has come to visit you in your house, standing right beside your sink and peeing in it. And there's a toilet in the house. Hey, I hope she didn't even allow him to sit down after that. She was just like, leave. Whatever you have done, just walk out. Just go, 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 go. Because don't think I would ever even want to say hi. Even if I met him on the streets, I would just be like, I don't know this person. Because who does that? There's a whole debate about people who brush their teeth in the kitchen sink, by the way. Maybe I'll have that discussion someday. Because sisi watu wa bedsit mataka tubrashie meno wapi. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But that is one thing. Peeing? Hey. His fingernails were too long and dirty. I get that. Because I see men at all wameka kidole moja, kucha moja. Like it's usually the small finger, the little finger. They leave it long. And I'm like, what is that for? Why? There's a guy I know, he does that. And I remember asking him, hiyo kucha unekange ikiwa ndefu hivyo kwa nini? He never answered, he just laughed. But I had some things that some men were saying. It was a stupid theory, and I was like, no, because that's you. You cannot touch me with that finger looking like that fingernail. No. The same way I cannot stand women who have no, I wouldn't judge them, to each their own, by the way. But if you are eating from the same plate, I wouldn't take food from the same plate. That would give me the ick. Woman, man, it would just give me the ick. I wouldn't be able to. So, ew. He never admitted anything was his fault. Like he lost a job, he blamed the supervisor. He was caught by the police, he blamed the police. Like anything that happened to him, he never said that, yeah, that was my fault. It was always somebody else's fault, never his. He said to her that being on her period was gross and will ignore her or say, don't talk to me until you're done bleeding. Mr. Man. I hope she ran away completely and never looked back. Because that man, who will he marry? Once he starts living with a woman in the same house, what will happen when she's on her period? Will he leave the house? Or will he chase her away? What happens if something, God forbid, that happens and she dies after they have a daughter and he's the one who has to actually teach the daughter about periods and stuff? Such a stupid, foolish man. Foolish, foolish man. He got mad at her after spilling soda on himself. I hear that's genius, because, yo, why? On the first date, he came with his own makeup removers and proceeded to wipe off her makeup without consent at a public restaurant because he said he loves his women natural. You saw the profile of this woman. You saw she loved makeup. So ukakaa tu ukafikiri ukajiambia, I'll go to that date with my makeup removers. And I'll do it. I'll just remove her makeup in front of everybody in a public restaurant because I love my women natural. Why couldn't you have gone and looked for a natural woman? Why did you have to date somebody who wears makeup only to embarrass her in a restaurant? I'd be so pissed. I hope she didn't sit and wait for him to do anything. The moment he would have produced those makeup removers, I would have stood up and walked. Because you're not touching my face. Not today, Satan. Not today. That got me mad. There's this thing, online dating as well, where men send you their apparatus on the like you're just typing. So this lady goes like, he sent me his apparatus pictures on the fast chat. That one also gets me off. Like I'm online dating, I'm looking for whatever, for friends, for just chatting or dating or whatever, and you start like, hi babe. Calling me babe on the fast chat is crazy. And then after I say hi, you're like, picture pop of your apparatus. What makes you think I want to see it? Hey, Jesus. He behaved differently in front of his boys than he did in front of her. Like when they're together, he's nice, he's friendly, he's being a proper boyfriend. Like he looks like he's in touch with all of his sides, like his feminine side, his whatever. He's not toxic in his masculinity. He's comfortable in his masculinity. He's not afraid. And then when he's in front of his boys, he becomes a toxic guy. Best believe at some point he will have to choose which side he wants to be completely, and he might choose the toxic side. Walk away, sister. So that's an ick. That will give me an ick as well. He asked her for money after a few dates. Yeah, as I said, men do that. But when women do it, it becomes a problem. He asked he asked her, when are you going to come cook for me? Am I your cook? Oga Abi, am I your cook? Am I a chef? Why am I coming to cook for you? This thing has happened before. Online dating is crazy. I meet a guy online and you start talking and they're like, so what are you doing right now? I'm cooking dinner. And the next thing they ask you is, oh, you like cooking? Yeah. So when are you going to come and cook for me? What's your favorite thing to cook? I'm like, yeah? What? The other one that also followed this one was women complaining about he asked me to go and visit him after we just started dating. Like, when are you coming to visit me? And constantly asking that. Every time they started talking, I was like, so when are you coming to visit me? So when are you coming to visit me? And when can I come for you to cook for me? They want the same thing. These two men, they want the same thing. But instead of going straight to the point, they're like, when can you cook for me? Or when are you coming to visit me? Mr. Man, if you want sex, ask for it, Oga. Just say, I want this. Instead of all of this manning of when are you coming to visit me? When can I? Don't. Because I'll come and visit you and I'll say no to whatever it is that you want. And then when I say no, you will force yourself on me and the society will blame me. Why did you go to his home? When you come to my place, I cook for you. You will eat and then you'll want to eat me. When I say no, you might force yourself on me. And when I complain, the society will be, why did you invite him to your place? So, Mr. Man, if you want to eat, hire a chef. Let's meet out at a restaurant. My home is not a restaurant. Okay? Another one said he had too many female friends. I'll put question marks on that too. Because why? And your role is chatting with them. One of them is bound to be more than a friend, I'm sure. He kissed her like a he kissed her like a whale trying to swallow her face. Hey, let me just laugh in a way that pleases the Lord because someone once kissed me and I was like, what the hell is this? There's somebody who can kiss you with enthusiasm. Like they want to be all over and they're like, hey, relax. Take it slow down. Let's do it like this. And then they follow your cue and it becomes good. That one, it was like he was licking my face like a dog. And I was like, what is this? Like he turned me off up on a hapo pap. Hap on a hapo. And someone else also, hey yo, I haven't kissed a lot of people, but they do not judge me. I haven't kissed a lot of people. But there's another guy I was kissing, and an ick of mine is also like a bald head. I don't like bald headed people. I can see them and they look handsome, they look good, but then just touching that bald head, I once almost puked because I'd always liked like bald head and then bald headed guys. And then I saw this one and I was like, yeah, he started, hitting me up and stuff. And so we met one day and he kissed me and I touched his head because I don't know, I wanted to feel how it feels or I don't know what made me do that. But then I almost puked in his mouth from just touching his bald head. I remember just pulling away and I was like, yeah, such a big story. Because, like, what? And from that day, I knew that I just can't compromise. You have to have hair. That's why I have a crush on Trevor Noah. That's why I have a crush on somebody like Harry Styles. I love hair on a man's head. Like eka dready, shuka, whatever, acha afro kama Trevor Noah, just let it grow out. I don't know, or just have a little bit of hair. Bora nikishika nisishike like scalp. Cause yo, I can't do that. That's like that was my biggest ache. And I used to say it before I touched a bald head. And then I touched one and I was like, yeah, never again. I can't do that. So yeah, you look good, man, and you're adorable to look at, but no, not for me. And I learned it the hard way. So it's not like Tumaringo, it's a thing. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do one more. Um, where she said that he showed up with sagged trousers. That one, I will be like, yeah, disgusting. That's terrible. I do not like it when men do that, especially musicians. I look at Diamond Platinums when he's performing and his trousers you go kwa matako. I saw Rema the other day, he was doing the same thing. And I'm like, why are your trousers below your butt? Why am I seeing your boxes? What is wrong with you? The same in the same line, somebody else said that seeing the butt crack when the guy is bending, I'm standing, I don't know, whatever, reaching for something, and then you see the butt crack. I'm like, why am I seeing that? Why can't you use a belt? What's wrong with you? Why can't you wear pants that actually fit? Because I don't know, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to sit there and talk to you and thinking that you're no. Like why are you sagging? I can't walk next to you with sagged pants. I just can't do it. I'm sorry, but I can't. It's just distasteful. It's just ill. Like that's a proper ick as well. I just can't do it. I don't think I would be able to date somebody who sagged these trousers. And thankfully, I've never done it, and I hope that I never do. And if I ever have a child, God be there for me, because I will be like, no, hata kama hauna belt, try to wear something that fits properly. You have a waist for a reason. But yeah, so those were the ones that I got for today. There were so many more. The list went on and on. There's actually a lady who just was like on TikTok. She went and said, tell me your icks. And ladies commented, and there are over 3,000 comments. And I'm like, yo, some people were just commenting like, hey, women, you have been through it. Some were just like, some of these icks are just the worst things ever. Even guys were like, women, you have suffered. And I agree. Because, yo, I don't know why you will do any of these things and expect that things will be okay. But yeah. So as I said, some of them, the icks, not all of them are red flags. They're just things that you can't stand in a man that you're dating because there's another woman out there who will be like, yeah, it's okay. Or I can change him. Yeah, for me, another ick is smoking. I can't date somebody who smokes. I just can't because I hate the breath they have after smoking. And then it also just reminds me of a childhood trauma. So, no, ew, I wouldn't stand it. I just can't stand men who smoke. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to be in front of them or sit with them or talk to them after they smoked because that breath, it will drive me nuts. So, yeah. I'm going to leave the video at that. So please hope that you've I'm going to leave the video at that. So I hope that you've listened so far. If you have, thank you so much for being here until now. Please go to the comment section down below. Tell me your icks as well. Tell me what was the one thing that a guy ever did in your life and you're like, ew. And not just girls, men, if you listen to this, tell me your icks as well. Because as I said, I'm going to try and see if the next episode can be like things that women do that give men the ick. And I hope that I'll find good ones, not ones that are just insulting women for the sake of doing it. I want to get ones that are really juicy. That's something somebody did and even I go like, what? She did what? She said what? So, yeah, go and comment down below. Go to my Instagram when I post this and comment there as well. DM me if you must. Mimi's Musings Podcast. That's my Instagram handle. Please go and follow me over there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, please tell your father, please tell your mom, please tell your sister, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your friend, whoever. Tell them to subscribe as well because we need to get more subscribers and I'll be super, super grateful. Okay, while you do that, please come back and like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that whenever I upload anything new, you're going to be the first person to see the video. Okay, bye-bye now.